Antarctica, a land of extremes, where the very essence of survival is tested every single day. The coldest, driest, and highest continent on Earth, shrouded in a colossal ice sheet that holds nearly 70% of the world's fresh water, locked away as ice. This is a true polar desert. Precipitation is astonishingly rare, arriving only as fine, wind-blown snow that accumulates layer upon layer, year after year, building up over millennia. The landscape is profoundly isolated, a world away from the green abundance we associate with life. Here, silence reigns, broken only by the howl of the wind. Temperatures plunge to extremes that freeze living tissue in moments. In winter, the mercury can drop below -80 degrees Celsius, making it the harshest climate on the planet. For months, the sun vanishes below the horizon, plunging the continent into a long, unbroken night and even deeper cold. The darkness is absolute, and the cold relentless. Hurricane-force katabatic winds scour the land, stripping away any warmth and reshaping the snow into sculpted drifts. These winds can reach speeds of over 200 kilometers per hour. Most plants cannot survive here. The soil is thin, nutrient-poor, and locked in permafrost, frozen solid for thousands of years. Only the hardiest life forms can endure such conditions. Water, though abundant as ice, is almost never available in liquid form. The environment is so cold that even the ocean can freeze at the edges. The result, an endless, seemingly sterile expanse of white and blue, where geology is hidden beneath a frozen cloak that stretches as far as the eye can see. For hundreds of miles, nothing but undulating ice. The landscape is both beautiful and forbidding, a testament to nature's raw power. It's easy to believe life has been utterly defeated here, that nothing could possibly endure such relentless adversity. But that is a misconception. Even in this frozen wilderness, life finds a way. Life, in its most tenacious and resilient forms, is here, clinging to rocks, hidden beneath the ice, and thriving against all odds. Despite the relentless cold and biting winds, life clings on in Antarctica, one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. Here, temperatures can plunge far below freezing, and the sun disappears for months at a time. Yet, against all odds, living things have found remarkable ways to survive. You won't find forests or meadows here. Instead, life persists in small, protected pockets along the coastal fringes and the slightly milder Antarctic peninsula, where conditions are just gentle enough to allow a foothold. For a few short weeks each summer, the sun returns and snow melts away, briefly exposing patches of rocky ground that have been hidden for most of the year. Suddenly, the landscape is flecked with unexpected bursts of green and orange. Mosses, liverworts, and lichens that have adapted to thrive in these fleeting windows of opportunity. These cryptogams anchor themselves to bare rock, drawing precious moisture from melting snow and even from the air itself. Their ability to survive extreme dehydration and freezing makes them true survivors. Among them, two remarkable flowering plants, Antarctic hairgrass and pearlwort, have also managed to endure. They race to complete their entire life cycles in the brief summer, flowering and setting seed before the cold returns. These tiny scattered communities are like oases in the vast polar desert, forming the very foundation of the continent's terrestrial food web. They provide shelter and nourishment for hardy invertebrates such as mites and springtails, which in turn play their own roles in this fragile ecosystem. Without these humble pioneers, Antarctica's land would be almost entirely barren, devoid of any visible life. They are the quiet heroes of the continent, enduring where almost nothing else can, and slowly transforming the landscape, one tiny patch at a time. A glimmer of green in a world of endless white, a testament to nature's resilience and ingenuity. Life, against all odds, persists, reminding us that even in the harshest places, hope and growth can take root. Life in Antarctica isn't just on the surface. It thrives beneath the snow and ice. The snow acts as insulation, creating a subnivean environment where temperatures are less extreme. Here, mosses and lichens find refuge, protected from the worst of the polar winter. Snow is translucent, allowing a surprising amount of blue-green light to filter through. These plants are adapted to low-light conditions, using even faint sunlight to survive. Growth is slow, but not entirely dormant. They're ready to seize any opportunity. When rocks warm beneath the snow, tiny pockets of liquid water form. In these micro-oases, life stirs, and photosynthesis resumes. The hidden world beneath the snow is a lifeline for Antarctic flora. Even in darkness, life endures. The true masters of Antarctica are the cryptogams, mosses and lichens. Mosses grow in dense cushions, protecting each other from wind and trapping meltwater. Some moss beds are centuries old, enduring through countless polar seasons. Lichens, a partnership between fungus and alga, cling to bare rock and withstand extremes. The fungus provides structure. The alga performs photosynthesis, feeding both partners. Lichens add color to the landscape: black, gray, orange, yellow, each uniquely adapted. They grow slowly. A coin-sized lichen may be a century old. These organisms have stripped life down to essentials: no roots, stems, or leaves. They tolerate freezing, absorbing water directly through their surfaces. Their simple structures are perfectly suited to scarcity and fleeting opportunity. Mosses and lichens are a testament to patience, resilience, and cooperation. They are the foundation of Antarctic plant life. In simplicity, they find strength. Photosynthesis is the foundation of life on Earth, fueling everything from the smallest moss to the largest animal. But in Antarctica, this process unfolds at a glacial pace, shaped by the continent's relentless cold and darkness. The extreme cold slows down nearly every chemical reaction, making life here a constant struggle. Yet, Antarctic plants have evolved remarkable enzymes that function just above freezing, allowing them to keep going when most life would stop. While most plants around the world shut down below 5 degrees Celsius, Antarctic mosses and lichens can photosynthesize at temperatures as low as 0, defying the odds and pushing the boundaries of survival. Light is another rare commodity here. Absent for half the year during the endless polar night, and even in summer, the sun barely rises above the horizon, casting only a faint glow. Many of these resilient plants live beneath the snow, harvesting whatever dim light manages to filter through the icy blanket above. Even the faintest rays are enough to spark life. Their cells are densely packed with chlorophyll, the pigment that captures sunlight, making them true specialists in low-light conditions. This adaptation lets them make the most of every photon. When sunlight finally breaks through, even for a brief moment, these plants ramp up photosynthesis almost instantly, seizing every opportunity to grow and store energy. Water, too, is a constant challenge, locked away as ice for most of the year, and only rarely available as liquid. These plants are known as resurrection plants because they can survive complete dehydration, shriveling up and waiting patiently for the return of moisture. When the brief Antarctic summer brings meltwater, they rehydrate and spring back to life within hours, resuming photosynthesis and growth at a remarkable pace. This rapid switch from dormancy to activity is crucial for survival in such an unforgiving environment, where every second of favorable conditions counts. In Antarctica, every fleeting moment of warmth and light is precious, and life has learned to make the most of these rare gifts. Here, survival is an art form, a masterclass in resilience, adaptation, and making the most of very little. The plants of Antarctica are living proof that even in the harshest places, life finds a way. Surviving Antarctic cold means more than photosynthesizing at low temperatures. The real danger is ice crystals forming inside cells, causing fatal damage. Antarctic plants produce natural antifreeze, sugars and alcohols that lower the freezing point of cell sap. This prevents ice from forming inside cells, even as the plant freezes externally. They also control where ice forms, directing it to spaces between cells. This dehydrates the cells, concentrating antifreeze and protecting vital structures. When warmth returns, water is reabsorbed and life resumes. Dense, cushion-like growth traps heat and moisture, creating a stable microclimate. Dark coloration absorbs solar radiation, warming the plant even in freezing air. Passive solar heating and cryoprotection are simple, effective survival strategies. Antarctic plants are true masters of the freeze. These hardy plants are the cornerstone of Antarctica's terrestrial ecosystems. They create habitats and food for a surprising diversity of microscopic and small invertebrates. Tardigrades, rotifers, nematodes, mites, and springtails all depend on mosses and lichens. For these creatures, a patch of moss is a jungle, food, water, and shelter in one. When plants die, their remains slowly form primitive, nutrient-rich soil. Over centuries, this allows more complex communities to develop. Moss beds also serve as nutrient hubs, enriched by seabird droppings. Plants absorb these nutrients, supporting richer invertebrate life. This links the rich southern ocean to the sparse land, creating pockets of fertility. Even in Antarctica, life is interconnected. Antarctic plants are sensitive indicators of environmental change. Living at the edge of survival, even small shifts in climate have dramatic effects. The Antarctic Peninsula is warming rapidly. Glaciers retreat, and summers lengthen. Native flowering plants are spreading, taking advantage of new ground. But this change threatens the unique mosses and lichens, which may be outcompeted. Water availability is shifting, stressing delicate moss beds. The balance that lasted millennia is being disturbed. Scientists study these plants for clues to past and future climate. Moss growth rings and lichen distribution reveal subtle environmental changes. These humble organisms are sentinels, witnesses to a changing world. Antarctica's plants teach us about the tenacity of life. In the harshest environment, life not only survives, it thrives through ingenuity. Mosses photosynthesize beneath snow, lichens cling to frozen rocks, and flowering plants race against winter. Their success is measured in endurance, not size. They can shut down for months or years, springing back to life with the first meltwater. These plants are the architects of the Antarctic ecosystem, cycling nutrients and supporting hidden animal life. They form a vital bridge between sun and land. To understand Antarctica, look closely at these small patches of green and orange. They are not just survivors, but barometers of global change. Their endurance is a source of wonder, and a call to protect the fragile beauty of our world. Even in the coldest places, life finds a way.